The woman pushed open the door and unexpectedly discovered her husband's secret. Richard was completely absorbed in his excitement, totally oblivious to his wife Sarah standing right behind him. There were guests in the living room at that very moment. Sarah was furious about this but forced herself to hold back from exploding. She simply cleared her throat softly. Only then did her husband turn around in panic. Sarah returned to the living room and quickly saw the guests out. When she came back to the front door, Richard was already waiting there. She shot him an icy glare and turned to head upstairs. That night, Sarah didn't take care of their 3-year-old daughter. Richard slept on the downstairs couch. Both of them forgot there was still a child who needed looking after. The next day, after Richard left, Sarah stormed into his study, determined to uncover the truth behind his neglect. When she opened the file box on his desk, she discovered a disgusting secret. Inside were countless crumpled up tissues. Sarah leaned in for a closer smell and instantly felt her heart die. Her husband had been doing this behind her back. In her fury, Sarah tore at the magazines, and suddenly a shopping ad fell out. She immediately ordered a red swimsuit, but this swimsuit wasn't meant for her husband, it was for a stranger she'd only met twice. A week earlier, Sarah had met Brad, a stay-at-home dad, at the park. The moment Brad appeared, he immediately caught the attention of all the moms there. Her friend dared Sarah to get Brad's phone number, with a $5 reward if she succeeded. Sarah bravely walked up to him and struck up a conversation while pretending to help her daughter on the swing. Sarah expressed her admiration for his courage in being a full-time father, which made Brad, who had always lived in his wife's shadow, develop feelings for her. Brad confessed that he'd graduated from law school 2 years ago but had failed the bar exam twice. Sarah hit the nail on the head. You just don't want to be a lawyer. This comment made Brad incredibly happy. He was amazed by Sarah's understanding. As they were about to part ways, Sarah remembered Mary's challenge. Seeing the expectant looks from the other moms in the distance, she suddenly had a bold idea. If she could get Brad to hug her in front of everyone, it would be way more interesting than just getting his phone number. Brad readily agreed to the suggestion. However, what no one saw coming was that after the hug, Brad actually kissed her right there in front of everyone. Little did they know that this kiss would completely change their destinies.